If you've been blaming yourself for misfiring systems, vague AI prompts, or launches that keep collapsing, let me stop you right there. I'm the Ratchet Sage, and after 2 decades of working with solopreneurs drowning in broken launches and messy operations workflows, I realized something. They weren't failing. Their blur was building the system. See, your blur isn't failure. It's building something. The only problem is, it's probably not building what you actually want it to be building. So today, I'm breaking down what your blur is already constructing inside your business and how to take authorship of the blueprint before it takes authorship of you. So what I kept seeing was that the chaos was not random. It was patterned, it was predictable, and this is what I call blur. This is what it hits like and feels like. Let me break it down for you. Here's what clicked for me back then when I was starting to define blur. Blur isn't just being disorganized. It's actually what happens when your decisions, your habits, and your energy get baked into your systems without your conscious authorship. This is what it looks like. An inbox filled with other people's priorities, a calendar that's reflecting obligations instead of your rhythm, an AI that sounds vague because you breathed it from exhaustion, not clarity. Blur is context in all of these ways. It's also undocumented, unclaimed, but already in play. And whether you notice it or not, Blur is building systems every single day. So here's the truth. Your systems don't fail at random. They actually mirror you. If you're unfocused, your prompts come out vague. If you're scattered, your team, whether digital or human, ends up running in circles. And if you're stretched thin, your automations break at the exact point that your bandwidth does. And unfortunately, that's not betrayal. That's the mirror effect. It's your blur showing up in code, in copy, and in campaigns. So what do you get when you let blur run the show? The first thing you get is shadow roles. Your to-do list isn't just tasks, it's undocumented job descriptions. Every small thing you keep doing is really a role your business doesn't have staffed. The second thing you get is leakage loops. Blur bleeds energy. That's why the more you try to build, the more your systems seem to demand from you and also fail you. The third thing you get is fragile foundations. Blur builds on blur. If the starting point was misaligned, everything stacked on top stays shaky, no matter how fancy the tool or no matter how fancy the infrastructure. Your blur is not random. Trust me, it's systematic. And unless you interrupt it, it keeps writing a blueprint you never approved. And ain't nobody got time for that. But blur, it isn't just a flaw. It's literally raw data. If you can see what your blur is building, you can redesign it. That's the work inside the AI-Augmented CEO Lab. We do not start with more prompts or random automation. We start with questions like, what containers are already running your business? What does your blur reveal about your leadership patterns? And how do we draft a blueprint that reflects clarity instead of chaos? That's when the shift begins, when you stop reacting and start authoring. So as you can see, your blur is already running your business. It's already building in your business. The real question is, are you going to keep living inside a system designed by blur, or will you claim the blueprint you want for you, your brand, and your business? Now, if you're on Team Blueprint, then watch the demo. You can see how digital staffing turns blur into bandwidth. Or you can join the Readiness Room Waitlist and step into a container that is designed for clarity. Or at the very least, subscribe right here on YouTube. Every week on Friday, I show you how to lead with AI in a way that reflects your truth, not your trauma. I'm Ebony L. Green, the Ratchet Sage. These are 3 ways we fix the system without fixing you. And this has been how we go from blur to blueprint. Until the next video, peace.
The Ratchet Sage said. The Ratchet Sage